Alright guys, we're back at that old park that used to be a farm in Toronto where I got those other things, and we got a nice signal here. And oh, look at this. Oh, we got another one of these buckles. Oh, this is like the same kind I got here before. Holy crap. Oh, that is sweet, sweet. Look at the beautiful patina on that. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, we've come armed with much more knowledge and experience here. We haven't been here in a couple years, so wow. It's been a little while since I got something, but on the other side of this tree there's less fill and we're into some more clay stuff, and looks like we got ourselves a flat button. Probably a tomback. A little squished on the back, but yeah, that's the second flat button we've pulled out of here. Very cool. Doesn't look like there's any detail on it, but you never know. Well, we had what was sounding like a modern penny, but it was a little bit deeper, and we got this thing. It's brass. I'm not sure what that is, if it's related to horse tack or not, but it's pretty cool. Under the trees here, it gets well protected, so it hasn't even turned green. All right. We're conserving battery on the phone, so see you on the next. Alright guys, we have something down in the hole. It's brass and it's roundish and it's got a hole in it. I'm hoping this is a crotal bell. My bucket lister crotal bell. I've been looking for one for so long. Let's hope it's the one with the design on it. Let's dig that sucker out and see what we got. Oh my god guys. Look at that. There it is. Unfortunately, she's a little busted. I don't know if it's the tight with the design, but yeah, I haven't found an old one like this with this on it. Oh, I knew there had to be some around here somewhere at this old farm site. Oh man, that is wicked. That's a good 3-inch guy too. Wild. We'll clean it up and see what it looks like. Well, it isn't the one with the design, but it is pretty darn cool. Unfortunately, it is broken, but and a little busted there too, but hey, it's a great start. There might even be more around here. I'm at the back. I'm at the spot where it was the back of the house, and there's actually like a crushed stone driveway that's under the soil here, and this stuff seems to be under that. Alright guys, we're back at the same spot in the same area as last night where we got the crotal bell, and as also a couple of years ago where I found my first ever buckle, and we just got a little wee buckle. I think there's going to be a lot of junk in this area. This was sort of behind the house and into the farmyard area. According to the aerial photos, this place I think stopped being lived in about 1970, and then by the early 70s they demolished it and then built the area into residential. Very cool, but the nice thing is there's a lot of areas that's the ground is intact. It's under about 4 to 6 inches of topsoil, but the history is still there, buried underneath. Well, looky here, folks. We got a nice banging signal, and I think we got ourselves. Oh, she's heavy and brass. I think we got ourselves some sort of a. Yeah, that looks like some sort of rains guide. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that's a beast. I think it turns, that screwy thing turns on there, so it can go more straight on there. But yeah, that's definitely a rains guide, and if that wasn't one last night, well, there's another bucket lister crossed off. Very sweet. All right, we'll keep going and we'll see you on the next. Oh guys, we got some big roundage in the hole. We had a nice solid 22 here. I don't know if this is going to be a button, or do we got a coin, or do we got a horse rosette? Well, I think by the way the back is, I'm thinking possibly a rosette. let's clean it off and just see what we got. All right, looks like we got ourselves a bridal rosette. She's just plain, and you can see by the backing, I think they had like lead or something like that in there. You could see that substance. And I found one here before, the first time I was out, and yeah, it definitely looks like brass. It was ringing up a solid 22, just like a coin that that size would do. All right, well, all the signals are banging out here because nobody else has really detected this for this purpose. I mean, the farm went defunct in the late 60s, and then it was all developed by the early 70s, and there's no park is not silver era, but it could be, but much older. Well, we finally got an older coin. Got ourselves a wheat in 1942, but yeah, I'm sure it got lost with the modern pennies. I mean, that stuff was in circulation back in the 70s quite commonly, so all right, at least it's something older. Well, this was a Bang & 24 signal down there, and we got ourselves, it's just some flashing. It's copper, some good copper scrap though. Yeah, there's lots of old junk in here I've found. Oh, sheet steel. I think I found, I don't know, one thing almost looked like enamelware, but it was so big I couldn't really pull it out, so, or it could have been just an enameled large piece of metal. So anyway, keep on going. Well, we had a deep signal going on down here, down beside where the house used to be. Funny thing is, this was down in the below the topsoil layer that they added, although I'm not sure how long they left. I'll have to check the air photos to see when they created this play area park. There could have been some years where kids just used it as an empty area, because I've found aluminum cans down in that old soil, so maybe stuff just got mixed all around and whatnot. But this came out of that deep stuff at a 33. Pew pew. Doesn't look particularly old, maybe from the 80s or so, but very interesting. I was hoping for old silver, but not this time. See you on the next. Well, we finally got a George VI, 1943, but it's hard to say whether it's in the original stuff or if that's in the top stuff. Oh, very cool. All right, see you on the next. Well, we had a loud signal, said only 2 bars deep, and we were only about 1.5 feet from the last penny, and it's not a penny. Wow, we got a big coat hook. Huh, screw's still in it. Oh, that's pretty wild, but yeah, that's a big beast. Yeah, those big pieces of brass sure ring up nice. All right, oh, that's good. Keep going up the slope here, and there's I don't know, the feel of this kind of feels like it seems like the house might have been burnt, just the way that I've felt brass that's been through fire, and that definitely feels like that. So I don't know, back in the day they used to give fire departments training. They'd set a house on fire and let the fire department do their thing, and yeah, might have happened here too. Well, this metal detecting hunt is brought to you by the number 3. I don't know, maybe the house that used to be here had a 3 on the address. Yeah, she rang up a Bang & 24 signal. Not sure if this thing is brass or just die cast or what, but very cool. All right, yeah, there's so many modern pennies out here, you really have to kind of I'm trying to skip over them because there's just so many, and but sometimes those deeper objects ring up, we'll say 2 bars or 1 bar, but are much louder, so you kind of gotta pick and choose what sounds loud and dig that. But I've dug a lot of modern pennies too, so it's the way it goes.